Welcome to grumpyXsunshine. This is episode 13. That's not 3 X's, but we do come with a parental advisory. I'm Storm, aka Grumpy, if you couldn't tell.
I'm Lady. Hello. Hi.
Also known as our sunshine here. I know it's real weird to have me sound so hype.
We switched places. I don't know what happened.
I don't know why I just got so hype, but my brain flew out the window.
We did a countdown, and you're like a toddler.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Yeah.
That got me hype.
It's like iCarly up in here.
I loved iCarly.
I loved iCarly too.
We still have our masks to do.
Too bad Dan Schneider was a
fucking creep.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
We
gotta get used to saying that.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Everything in our episodes is all alleged.
Yeah.
I mean, the disclaimer for this episode is literally 90% of this episode is all alleged. So anything said in this episode, assume it's alleged, and you can jump to your own conclusions. Mental jumping jacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exercise that brain.
Why do we've had a lot of disclaimers recently.
We're talking about a lot of weird shit.
We do. That's okay.
Some disclaimers, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's this map?
Okay, so this map, okay.
We'll post this on our Instagram as well, which you guys should go follow. But, okay, anyways.
So this map specifically is a screenshot of my computer screen.
Okay.
And what this is a map of all the UFO sightings reported to, let me find the name of it, NUFORC. Okay.
Okay.
So you can see it gets real dense in like New Yorkish area.
Yeah.
The upper northeast, that's what I meant. Northeast of America, it's real dense and real red.
Which I'm not gonna lie, is kind of surprising.
It doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
Because God, I think it was, I don't know if it was Lewis and Clark, Christopher Columbus, or George Washington. One of those 3 people actually saw aliens near the Atlantic Ocean.
What?
Yeah. They saw strange lights flying around that they didn't know what they were. So, yeah. But you can go to their website and find a bunch of UFO sightings. And it's actually really, really cool. Okay, so Ohio.
What is Ohio? Apparently, to Gen Alpha, skibbity toilet. Ohio Riz. Ohio's used to say, like, bad.
Like, that's so Ohio?
Yeah. When someone says you have Ohio Riz, it's not a compliment. just to let you know.
Well, I'm about to tell you how Ohio is actually pretty cool. So episode is Aliens in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
So Ohio is a state in the Midwestern region of the United States. Why do I keep trying to say Midwestern?
No, because
it is Midwestern.
Technically, we're Midwest.
Okay.
Because when the states were first founded, we were the Western state.
Yeah. So, state in the Midwestern region of the United States, and it became the 17th state in 1803. State bird is the cardinal. The flower is the red carnation, which personally is one of my favorite flowers.
Red carnation?
Yeah.
Huh.
I love red carnations.
I think it's just because we're around them so often that I'm not.
No, I love them because in Beethoven's Fifth, okay, which is actually a really underground movie.
Okay.
It's really hard to find. But in Beethoven's Fifth, there's this ghost duo that is essentially the Bonnie and Clyde of Beethoven's Fifth, right? And then there's this ghost duo that they leave behind red carnations. And I loved that. And
That's
that
cute.
became my favorite flower.
Well, it's like, okay, so I was in a cult. Well, I guess I think it was a cult. Thank you very much. Anyways, in Job's Daughters, our flower was the lily of the valley. So I saw it everywhere, and at first it was like, "Oh, this is so pretty," but now
Oh,
it's
is it the
kinda
red carnation?
khaki, I guess you could say.
Is that a red carnation?
No, the lily of the valley is white. It's for purity,
Oh, ew.
virgins.
Okay.
But it's kind of like that when you see it so often. It just
Especially with the trauma.
I didn't have a whole lot of trauma in Joe's Daughters.
Okay. I mean, like with the
I didn't get kicked out because
Like-
I got pregnant. Okay,
um
sorry.
moving past that. Okay.
You're welcome for that.
So Lake Erie borders the north of the state and surrounded by 5 states: Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana, and Michigan. Okay.
Okay.
3 major cities are Columbus, the capital, Cleveland, and Cincinnati, which most people will probably know Cleveland. You good?
Yeah,
What?
I would say. I mean, I guess most people would know Cleveland, but I would also think most people would actually know Columbus.
No.
In my experience, most people know Columbus.
Well, think
Or
about it
Cincinnati, surprisingly.
Well, think about it this way. LA. LA's not the capital of California. Is it?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. But when I lived in Florida, I would tell people I'm from Ohio, and they'd be like, "Oh, Columbus." No, actually, very far away from Columbus.
Well, think about it this way. For PA, I know where Pittsburgh is. I would assume most people know where Pittsburgh is.
I've heard of Pittsburgh. I can't point to Pittsburgh on a map.
If you saw a map with like industries and stuff like that,
No.
like with buildings, you'd be able to tell.
Uh,
I would give you like 1 of 3 shots.
I want you to know I am terrible at geography.
Anyways, like I know where Pittsburgh is. I've heard of Pittsburgh. Most people are going to know about Pittsburgh. I would assume most people would know about Cleveland. You know, mostly because
I feel like people like in the surrounding states, obviously, it's going to be like obviously someone in Pennsylvania is going to know what Cleveland is.
well, like Khloe Kardashian, her ex, she was living in Cleveland for a while because of her ex was there.
Well, yeah, anyone who likes sports is going to know where Cleveland is, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or what Cleveland is. But yeah, no, in Florida, no.
Well, they're
Hey.
old people.
They said Columbus. No, the young people. When I worked at McDonald's down there, all of my coworkers.
Really?
Yeah, every single fucking one of them. I would say I'm from Ohio, and they go Columbus, and I go no,
Really?
very far away.
I would assume they know
Well,
where
and at
Cleveland
one point-
was.
One point, I got really fucking irritated.
Think
with
about
one
this:
kid.
the Cleveland Browns. Wow.
When they think of Ohio, they think of Columbus.
Wow.
But then I pointed out, I was like, that's like if I came down here and you guys are all talking about like, oh, if you guys came up to Ohio and you guys said I'm from Florida, and I said, oh, Miami, would that not irritate you just the slightest?
I would ask Miami, and I would ask Ocala first.
Well, Ocala was from that band.
What band?
Oh. I think Asking Alexandria?
I don't know. My grandfather had somewhere near there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always think, the first thing I always think of when I think of Florida is obviously Ocala because I live there, but St. Augustine.
Which that's the haunted place, right?
Uh-huh, we're doing an episode on St. Augustine. Just wait. I got you. I'm writing that episode, and I'm going to tell you all about it. 'Cause
Oh
it's
my God.
Fantastic.
I do want to. I'm so excited to hear about that. Like, legitimately so excited.
Sorry I got you off topic.
You're good. One thing I have in here is it's fun to mention that it is legal to shoot off certain fireworks, which is the 1.4 G fireworks on certain days in Ohio. Because everywhere in America is like, it's illegal to shoot off fireworks. Actually,
In Ohio. And it
the
fucking sucks.
1.4 G fireworks, shoot them off, baby.
No,
On private property specifically.
I hate that.
And you have to contact your county to make sure like everything's cool. But still legal. Ohio has quite a lot of precipitation. It's around 40 inches, which is 1,000 milligrams?
No,
MM? Millimeters?
I'm pretty sure it's millimeters.
You're probably right.
ML is milliliters.
Millimeters.
Why are
Okay.
you putting it in that type of measurement?
Because what if the people listening aren't American? Then they're going to want to know Metric.
I guess. Okay, anyways.
Okay, so millimeters of rain. It's around 28 inches or 700 millimeters of snow annually, and quite a lot of cloud coverage at about an average of 65 or less daily coverage. Okay, so a good 50, at least 50% coverage every fucking day.
Yeah.
What about with about 63 to 77 clear sky days in the year? Out of 365, there's only 63 to 77 clear sky days. Okay, depending on where you are in the state, and it is on the top 10 cloudiest states from the Farmer's Almanac. Anyways, Ohio is home to many brilliant and famous people, including the Packard brothers, who were innovators in automobile industry, the Wright brothers, who were innovators in aviation industry, Thomas Edison, who holds over 1,000 patents himself.
Fuck Edison.
You're not wrong, but you can't deny he is brilliant.
Because he stole
a lot of stuff, yeah.
Over half of his ideas, over half of his patents were stolen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Steven Spielberg, LeBron James, the Paul brothers, Mark Waid and Bob.
Did you put the Paul brothers?
You have to admit that they are
brilliant, famous people.
They're
famous.
Yes, they are famous. They're smart as fuck and dumb as fuck at the same time.
Sometimes.
Anyways, the Paul brothers, Mark Waid and Bob, Markiplier, Lord Minion 777, and Meitzger, yeah.
Well, he calls it Meitzger, but it really is just a bunch of tapping on the keyboard.
Oh my god.
I love Bob.
There's also Neil Armstrong, and Ohio has
a lot of the presidents are from Ohio.
Yeah, there is quite a bit of.
McKinley.
Yeah.
That's the first one that came to mind.
I couldn't tell you many presidents, honestly.
If you think of a school and the school has a name of a person, it's most likely a president.
Yeah.
Jefferson.
The question is, were they from Ohio?
Yeah, that's why we named them.
Lincoln?
Jefferson.
Yeah, Lincoln. There's a school named Lincoln.
He might be.
I don't think so. I think he was more West Virginia.
How many U.S. presidents from Ohio? That's the first search. William Henry Harrison, Ulysses Grant, Rutherford Hayes, James Garfield, Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley, William Howard Taft. Did you know how Howard Taft died?
I know he got stuck in a bathtub. I don't know.
He was so fat that he got stuck in the bathtub.
I don't think that's how he died, though.
Yeah, he died in the bathtub.
Is that how he died?
Warren G. Harding. What was the name? Taft?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was from his weight. Complications of heart disease, high blood pressure, and inflammation of the bladder. He basically stroked out in the bathtub.
Well then. In the bathtub, or did he get stuck in the bathtub and this was a separate occurrence?
Separate occurrence. The funny part is that while Taft was president, the White House had to get a bathtub that was so big that the president couldn't possibly get stuck in it because Taft kept getting stuck in the bathtubs.
Yeah. To be fair, I understand. I have a tiny ass bathtub. I hate it.
But he died from complications of heart disease, high blood pressure, and inflammation of his bladder.
That's rough. Ohio has a lot of people that are very smart and, like, go big, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you think of like 20 famous people, you probably thought of one that came from Ohio.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
And it's probably a fair statement.
Even though we got that Ohio Riz.
Yeah.
I thought that was a compliment.
I think it's a good compliment.
My nephew looked at me and said I had Ohio Riz.
Well, your nephew's wrong.
He said, Aunt Lady. That's not a good thing. It's like, oh, okay. Thanks.
Okay. It's home to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio, where legendary Hangar 18 is said to be. There's several UFO sightings. And of the 160,000 plus UFO sightings in the USA that happened between 2001 and 2020, Ohioans saw over 5,000 of them. Okay.
Wow.
Of those, and it's on the top 10 list for most sightings in the USA. So aliens love Ohio. If you see anything and you are wherever you are, you can actually report it to MUFON or NUFORC. Personally, when I looked at these websites, NUFORC looks like it's easier to report at, and MUFON has investigators to help cross-reference stuff like that and like get all your information. So like they both have pros and cons. So if you do see something, maybe just report it to both. So why are these aliens coming to Ohio? We mentioned the cloud coverage. We have a lot of cloud coverage. We have the military base. We have a lot of cities. We also have a lot of suburbs and a lot of corn that they can do those corn stalk thingies in.
You
What
know,
are crop circles?
The crop circles? That's only from their landing. I thought. It wasn't like something they like.
50-50. I don't know. Get somebody that knows more about aliens to tell you.
Yeah, with how many astronauts we have, they're like, ooh, let me look into these people.
Yeah. They're all going back home to here.
Well, everyone wants to get away with it. You know, that's...
You did hear about the astronauts that saw, I think it was actually Neil Armstrong, that like saw spacecraft outside his window, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's astronauts that have seen shit outside their windows.
That's
outside
terrifying.
their portholes, yeah.
Well, see, everyone always makes those jokes of like, we have so many astronauts in Ohio because so many people live in Ohio and just want to get away so bad.
Yeah.
That the farthest they can do is space.
Yeah.
Which makes me a little sad.
I don't mind Ohio. Ohio's like not bad.
I love Ohio.
I mean, it's kind of fucked up here. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, it's very fucked up.
Yeah.
But just as fucked up as any other state's gonna be.
Yeah. We have some good things and some bad things.
At least we have seasons. We might have 4 of them in one day, but we have seasons.
We do have 4 in one day. And Storm here has actually seen a pill-shaped UFO in the sky in Ohio within the last 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, but didn't know about these 2 websites that you could report to.
I didn't know you've seen shit.
Yeah, I took
That's
a picture.
cool
I have a picture on my phone of it.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah. Storm couldn't find the photo. Oh. That's okay though. Yeah, I didn't know about MUFON or NUFORC.
NUFORC. Sorry.
And P.S. While you are reporting, please make sure to not put any personal information in the image. Like, don't name the image your house, your full legal name, anything like that, because
it's public.
Yeah, you can. Other people can access it.
Oh.
Yeah, other people are going to be able to access that photo that you submit.
Oh, and they'll be able to see the name as the photo and the location.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, if you name your photo that. So just don't name your photo that. Okay. So, our next section is MUFON and Leonard H. Stringfield.
Okay. Who are these people?
Well, MUFON, as I told you, was the Mutual UFO Network. It was founded and established in 1969. Around there. You have to become a member to get a lot more of the information. Oh, which, real quick, going back to the last section, the New Fork, NUFORC, National UFO, I think it resource or something like that, or reporting center.
Reporting center sounds more correct.
More correct. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. They're the ones that I got the map off of, which I just took a screenshot. Okay. And they update regularly. Like the last one I saw was like June 30th or something like that. June 30th. It would have been June 30th of this year, yes. In Ohio.
Okay.
In Ohio. Okay, so MUFON is the other bigwig UFO place. Mutual UFO Network. Founded or established 1969. Okay. It used to be called something else. It was like Midwestern UFO Network, but they changed the name when they started growing so much. You have to become a member to get more information, unfortunately.
Do you have to pay?
Yes.
Oh.
So it's behind a paywall, and I don't... There's some information that's free, there's some articles that are free, but it's not... I, as in Storm, couldn't really find much public on them, nor any information that they're willing to give for free, doing like a little bit of a dive on their website. Like, they really want you to become a member. You do get a monthly journal if you join, and there's like 3 levels to membership. You can become a investigator. You have to pay for the training manuals and stuff like that, but there's a certificate to becoming an investigator with them. So, I mean, I like that they're doing, like, the investigators, like, getting a certificate to become an investigator. It feels like
we're playing Phasmophobia.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking about it like that. I was just thinking, like...
You have the ghost hunting recruit.
I was thinking more investigator. Supernatural. Dean and Sam. They're taking on apprentices.
Is that not just Phasmophobia?
No, because in Phasmophobia, you get the fuck out. You don't kill the ghost.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Well, you know, in Demonologist, you kill the ghost.
I've thought about getting Demonologist.
I have it.
I've thought about it.
Freya bought it for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then I only played it with her for twice, and then school started back up, and I got busy, and...
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt bad.
Yeah. Just play eventually. What I could find on their website is that you can join them and become an investigator in the organization. They have different state directors and different state MUFON web pages. This is all public on their webpage. They have a bunch of events that you can reach out to your chapter, which is your local MUFON group, about going to their events, which I'm not sure if they're, like, paid or, like, if you can go, like, sit in a meeting with them or whatever. They do have guest speakers occasionally. Unfortunately, the Ohio page kind of didn't work. But the PA page was kind of up and running. When I was looking into this, it was right when the cyber attack happened. Okay, so I started looking into it. I got a bunch of information before the cyber attack happened. And then I went back after the cyber attack happened. And there was...
Cyber attack?
Yeah, there was a cyber attack.
I thought it was
on Thursday.
I thought it was just a bad update that went out.
No, as far as I know, there was a giant cyber attack, and that's why, like, Spectrum was down.
No, it was, Microsoft went down.
Spectrum was down?
Yeah, because Spectrum's run on...
On Microsoft?
Mm-hmm. Just like, that's why the planes went down. Everything from Taco Bell to international airlines went down because of a forced update.
Oh.
Anything that runs on Windows has forced updates. They push updates through whether you want them or not. So this update went out and it jumbled everything. Well, it was a really bad update that went out.
I could work on my computer. Like, I could still play on my computer.
Yeah, I'm talking like machines. That's why airplanes went down. Anything that's just run on a continuous server went down. So Spectrum, they don't have people there sitting there on the computers like going through every single update. No, their systems run on Windows. So when that Windows updates, their system updates.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, my Spectrum got all fucked up and I still haven't put it right completely.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I got a bunch of stuff before the cyber attack and then, or the bad update, whatever it was. And then I tried to look into it more after that and it didn't go well.
No, probably not.
No. But if you go to MUFONOhio.com, specifically .com, you can find the MUFON Ohio page. Something's wrong with the link on the original page. The whole organization has links to other sites and stuff like that. And they do mention on their site, it is specifically .com, not .org. And they have a thing on their webpage that like clarifies that. It's like, attention, we are not whatever with .org, whatever. But MUFON.com is the original one too, so. Mm-hmm. The Ohio MUFON page actually looks like it has a lot more resources than the actual MUFON page.
Probably.
Yeah. And it's actually like a stellar webpage.
Ha ha.
They have stars all over it. Anyways, the PA one, in Philly at the beginning of November, they're actually holding a Halloween conference, and it said costumes are welcome.
In November?
Yeah, at the beginning of November. Like the 1st and 2nd of November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
There unfortunately aren't any events listed on the Ohio site that we can go to, so that sucks. Ohio, get your shit together.
Ohio, get your shit together, yeah.
Now, on to Leonard H. Stringfield. He was an American UFOologist born in Ohio, which I can't find.
UFOologist?
Mm-hmm. UFOologist.
Ufologist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I can't find much about other than on Wikipedia. He was an author. He says he was born on December 17th, 1920. Passed away at the age of 74 in December of 1994. Doesn't say where. He wrote several books and had several informational sources about UFO crashes. And when I say, like, he had several sources, he had several. Crashes and retrievals, by the way. People trusted him because he kept anonymity.
That's much better than what you were trying to say.
Anonymity.
There you go.
Anonymity. Anonymity.
Anyways.
Okay, so they could tell him, don't say my name, or you can only use my initials because they were worried about their top secret
confidential.
clearance. Yeah. And he would do that. He would honor it. He essentially got a bunch of interviews and could cross-reference people's stories and see bigger pictures about it because he had so many sources. And when I say a lot of stories, I mean a lot of people knew that they could trust him, including high-ranking officers in the military, like high-ranking officers. Dope. And in 1978, July 29th and 30th, there was a MUFON symposium in Dayton, Ohio, where Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is. They had a guest speaker there. This guy, okay, Leonard H. Stringfield. And that conference sparked more curiosity about the Wright-Patterson base and its secrets. Okay? So what is a Hangar 18?
Okay,
why are people so obsessed with Hangar 18? Including this Leonard H. Stringfield guy. Why are they obsessed? Well, it's a movie from 1980s. That's it. That nothing else.
What?
That's the cover up. It's just a movie from the 1980s.
Hangar 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if the government had made that movie. In Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
Or you can find the movie online.
That's where they took the Roswell shit.
I'm getting there, damn it.
I'm sorry. But I told you that in the Roswell episode. I was like, did they take it to Dayton? And you're like, no. And I was like, I'm pretty sure they did. That's the only thing I know about it.
Are you gaslighting me right now?
I'm gonna fight you. But all I know, the only thing I know about Dayton, Ohio is that's where the Roswell alien went.
You're gonna put me in the closet.
I will.
Oh my god. I wouldn't be surprised if the government had financed the movie Hangar 18 to cover up the research on what was really going on at Hangar 18.
I wouldn't put it past them either.
Yeah. It's an Air Force base in Dayton, Ohio, which is in the northwest-ish portion of Ohio, previously known as Wright Field Air Force Base, and it turned into Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Ranks up there with Area 51 in terms of UFO cover-ups. Supposed to be leading innovations in working on air travel. Like back in the Cold War, they used to reverse engineer and study Soviet crashes and landed aircraft, missiles, and stuff like that, and like space junk, to advance America's aviation and defenses.
Well, Hangar 18 was mostly used to like hide all of the military shit because of how cloudy
Ohio is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, people were trying to spy on us and find out what we were inventing, and we just kept them in the cloudiest fucking area.
Yeah, Ohio. There you go.
Yeah.
Plus, it's pretty much a landlocked state. It's not completely landlocked, but
for the most part it is.
It's a decently landlocked state. It's not like Washington State, how it's on the coast.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. And this project was Project Moondust, which was grabbing the space junk and bringing it to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which that's what they called it. They called it space junk.
Well, for the most part, a lot of the things that they did bring there was space junk.
Yeah, like anything that off of a rocket that would go up, like a Soviet rocket that would try to go land on the moon or whatever, or orbit Earth, they would just bring it to Wright-Patterson. It's on 8,000 acres of land and has over 30,000 employees. That includes military and civilian contractors. And it's basically its own medium city. Shopping centers, daycares, etc. Largest single site employer of Ohio, with an economic impact of $4.2 billion a year.
You think they're looking to hire some nurses to live on the site?
Possibly. No, you're not allowed to leave me.
It wouldn't be leaving you. It'd still be in the same state.
It's far enough away that you'd basically be leaving me.
Oh my god.
I have driven there. It takes 6 hours to get there and back. So it's 3 hours there, 3 hours back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a long drive.
Yeah.
It's farther than Blue.
Okay.
There's an annual marathon held there every third Sunday in September. They have a full marathon, a half marathon, and a 10K and 5K wheelchair marathons.
Oh. And
it's like this whole 2-day expo thing. So that's coming up pretty soon. So if you're around this Air Force base, you might want to go check it out. They have 2 runways, and the base is essentially divided into 2 different sections. Section with State Route 444 running between the 2 of them. Okay. Section A and Section B. Off runway 23, they have a sign and replica of the catapult and a hangar from the Wright brothers.
Okay.
The aviation guys. They essentially piloted aviation into the forefront of modern times.
What?
Get it?
You're so funny.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Your dad jokes.
I'm amazing. Anyways, it's apparently connected to several UFO crashes. Okay.
Okay.
Some examples being October 1947, Paradise Valley, Arizona.
Okay.
May 1953, Kingsman, Arizona. June 1953, Laredo, Texas. December 1965, Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. And Roswell. Which, I love Roswell, but like Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, that one's interesting. That one's the bell-shaped object.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the bell-shaped object I was talking about. I thought it landed in Ohio. Apparently it landed in Kecksburg, Pennsylvania.
And these all got brought to Ohio.
Brought to Hangar 18. Supposedly Hangar 18. It's more than just crashes, too. There's multiple sources stating that alien bodies were taken to the base. Like, especially like from Roswell.
Yeah.
Alien bodies.
That's the one. That's the things I usually hear about.
But what if I told you Hangar 18 doesn't exist?
I call you a two-faced fucking liar.
Here's the thing. Hangar 18 isn't supposed to have existed. Like, Hangar 18 specifically. Hangar 18 is legend. Wright-Patterson exists, and its logistics center, and does a bunch of research, but there isn't a Hangar 18 at Wright-Patterson, so the official website says. They said it's never existed, and that just UFO people just say it exists. Okay. Couldn't find them mentioning any other UFO stuff on their webpage. Although, could find them mentioning TAPS, as in ghost hunters. You know what I'm talking about? TAPS, the Ghost Hunters show.
No.
Classic Ghost Hunters. I'll have to show you a picture and you'll know right away. But essentially, TAPS. It's the Ghost Hunters that I grew up on. It's not Ghost Adventures.
So it's before Zach Baggins?
No, it's like during.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but they're a lot calmer than Zach is.
So.
Yeah. No, TAPS is really awesome. It's two dads that formed this team. They got a show called Ghost Hunters. Okay. And there's this there's the tech guy Steve. Steve does not fly. He's terrified of flying. He only drives. Okay, which is why they drive around America to go to these places, which is one of the reasons I absolutely love them, is because they know that, hey, Steve cannot fly. Maybe half our team goes out early and the other half will meet up there whenever.
Right.
Or we just all drive.
Right.
You know, they're going to drive because Steve did not like flying at that time. I don't remember why. I just remember he did not like flying. It looks like TAPS went in about 2008 to do an investigation on 3 different buildings at Wright-Patterson, which was really cool. I love TAPS. It's so cool. But back in the day, back to UFOs, back in the day, there was a typist of the name of June, and she worked at Wright-Patterson that had access to a bunch of top secret stuff. Okay, June Crane.
Okay.
She at one point was given a piece of metal from a lieutenant, and he said, "Hey, June, you're a good worker," and asked her if she could possibly crumble it up. She goes to crumble it up and bend it, and as soon as she lets go of it, it went right back to its original shape.
That's the aluminum stuff from Roswell.
Exactly.
Wow.
When she asked what it was, he told her it was a piece of a spaceship and that he brought it from New Mexico. So one of the people that Leonard H. Stringfield interviewed went by his initials and actually reported to him that alien bodies, dead and alive, were brought to the base. Okay. Back, like, during Roswell. Okay. And the descriptions of all the bodies were all relatively the same, because he has, like, different accounts, I guess, in his book. I haven't read the book, so there's that. But essentially, I heard that there were different accounts of these bodies. They were all relatively the same, as in humanoid, small bodies, large heads, long arms, upper arm longer than the lower arm, 4 long skinny fingers, slits for mouths, no visible teeth, holes for the ears and the nose, large eyes, and the color of them was a grayish green.
Ew.
It was like more gray than green, but like grayish. Okay. So all of these were the same.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, there goes your fantasies.
Of what?
Your little Theo.
Oh my god, yes. I like spice. I like reading spice. And I read a book recommended to me by a friend called Choosing Theo. And oh my god. Oh my god. I reread it 3 times already and I plan to reread it again.
Oh my god.
Anyways. But, so remember when I told you that Hangar 18 doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Okay, that the base webpage said that it never existed?
Yeah.
That's still true. Not gaslighting you here. But there is a Building 18. And the base is said to have several underground tunnels underneath that.
Ooh.
Okay, underneath Building 18. There's a Building 23 that's right next to Building 18. And it said, like, these two have tunnels connecting each other underneath. Now, Building 23 used to be Hangar 23.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So, while they say Hangar 18 never existed, Building 23 used to be Hangar 23. So would not Building 18 used to be Hangar 18?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a buddy who does listen to this podcast, and we love him for it. Anyways, it's Bobby and his boyfriend. Shout out to him. He was the one that would show me, like, once he found out that we were going to be talking about aliens, he got so fucking excited.
Mm-hmm.
So he showed me this, if you go on Google Earth and you zoom in to where the, whatever, Dayton, whatever that site is, Wright Brothers.
Okay.
There you could see the hangar next door. They're like next door to each other. So there's a hangar over here and it's a normal fucking hangar. And then you have the hangar next door that for some reason has electricity and HVAC and all this other shit, and it looks like this high-tech building. But it was called, Hangar 18. Supposed to be a hangar next to another hangar.
Huh.
But why does that hangar have electricity?
Well, there's supposed to be subterranean tunnels.
Ooh.
Yeah, that, like, connect them and, like, go underneath the base completely. Although it is said that in about 1981, everything secret from Hangar 18 was moved to Area 51 because there were so many leaks and shit like that. And then Area 51 was so far away from everything and everybody that it was easier to keep it secret.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all I have for right now.
Oh.
I didn't go into Project Blue Book. I didn't do too much on Project Moondust.
Well, when we can talk about the court trial.
Court trial?
They brought in all the people that are involved with aliens during. Just so everyone knows, my house is haunted. We might do an episode where it's just me and Storm sitting here talking to ghosts. Spooky little ghost. Oh, that's what I have to tell you. I bought an app. I paid the subscription
To
for
what?
the ghost tube shit.
Oh my god. Okay. Where were we?
So
Everything moved to Area 51.
yeah. Oh, that's what I was saying. That court case. They brought up everyone and the government admitted, yeah, there's aliens.
Yeah.
Like, completely admitted to it, and then they brought in all these officials and had them state on record under oath
That there
some
are
of the
aliens.
shit that they saw.
Yeah.
Because you can't hide that from American citizens, and it was just really to hide the fact that they were overturning Roe v. Wade.
Which there's no hiding that.
No.
No.
It's just to distract us.
Yeah.
Anyways, but...
Which, like, that wasn't a big distraction. We all knew that there were aliens. Come on now.
I agree.
But yeah.
I believe in aliens. 100%.
Oh.
And obviously you can't deny them anymore. The government just admitted to them.
1,000. How many times does the government lie? I'm actually less inclined to believe in aliens now that the government admitted it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Weird thought of the week is, why do so many Ohioans want to become astronauts? What makes us want to leave Earth?
Ohio. Ohio makes you want to leave Earth.
You're not wrong. But, like...
Got that Ohio Riz.
I still don't quite understand that.
Bad Riz. You can't flirt. You got no game.
Ohio's not that bad. It's okay. We're fine. It's fine.
Some parts of Ohio aren't that bad.
Yeah. It's just kind of plain.
Where Hocking Hills is, beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But Mill Creek's nice.
I'd have to see it to remember. I love Geneva. Geneva is like being on a fucking ocean. Like, that's beautiful. We have wine country.
Me and Quantum, our honeymoon, we went to the art district of Cleveland.
Okay. Cute.
Yeah, it was cute. And then we went hiking.
Cute.
Which I was not so cute doing. It was hot.
Yeah. The end of this document for our episode has me and Lady talking back and forth, like texting. And she got to see my real-time...
Autocorrects?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was so funny. So I was just chilling at home. I wasn't feeling the best. And I didn't want to text people. You know, when you're sick, you don't want to, like, actively participate in conversations. So I was talking to my housemate about, you know, the thing, and he wanted me to send some information to Storm here. So I got on there, and I messaged her, well, because I saw that she was working.
Mind you, I had messaged her, like, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. I just did not want to text. I don't know. There's like this certain like expectation with texting. But I messaged her just like I saw her typing, and then I looked over at my housemate, and I was like, watch, I'm gonna freak her the fuck out if I just randomly start typing to her. But we usually do all of our like work on Google Docs, so you can access the files at the same exact time.
Yeah.
Are you reading the conversation?
I wasn't going to.
You should.
Huh? It says, hey, blank has some articles if you would like them, BC.
Oh, because I was going to type out more.
Oh, and then I was typing back, why didn't you just text me, question mark, question mark. This is creepy XD.
I could not stop fucking laughing when you sent that. I was like, I knew it'd freak her out.
Lady says, I feel sick and didn't want to actually communicate with people, and this feels less daunting. I said, this is funny, not deleting, keeping it in. This is like Harry Potter in the book that talks back, XD. Lady put John Riddle.
I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
Lady put, hi, I'm John Riddle. And then she changed it to Tom Riddle.
Listen, housemate started quoting. It was like, hi, I'm John Riddle. Blah, 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 and started quoting some shit. And so I was like, haha. So I put it in. And I thought he said John. And instead, in fact, he said Tom.
And I said, John Riddle, question mark, question mark. And Lady goes, I was showing blank. And Tom Riddle is in Harry Potter. He's going to send me the links to give you if you would like to see them. And I said, yes, Tom Riddle is in Harry Potter, but you originally typed John. And sure, LOL.
I heard it wrong.
Lady said, I thought he said John. And I said, how sick are you? Are you okay?
I was just nauseous.
And that's what you said. You too hot at my computer, thought eating would make me feel better, but I feel rotten. I'm rotting on the couch watching The Nursery Nurse on Facebook.
Yeah. You don't know The Nursery Nurse?
I don't go on Facebook.
Well, she's originally on TikTok.
Okay.
But she posts more on Facebook because, you know, all that shit that's going on with TikTok might be going down, and a lot of her, you know, followers are from the US.
Okay.
So she started posting her episodes on TikTok and on Facebook, and she actually posts them, like, more actively on Facebook, and you get, like, it's later on TikTok. So
okay.
She posts first on Facebook.
Okay. Which I didn't ask that when we were typing back and forth. I figured I would just ask you whenever I saw you.
Her name on TikTok is Charlotte, but her name on Facebook is The Nursery Nurse. She works at a daycare.
I told Lady that she needs a personal AC. And that
we don't have to read the rest of the conversation. Just
now
the
you
part
can
that's
see
just, like, creepy.
In real time me trying to figure out how to spell.
And as she's typing, she's spelling shit wrong and then going back and just right clicking on it and like changing it.
Yeah. Or typing out half of it and then back clicking again and then typing it out more.
Every time wrong.
And you said LMFAO with real-time autocorrect as well. And Quantum said he's going to save up for an AC, but realistically...
it's not going to happen until next summer.
Yeah.
Well, it's already
end of July.
Yeah.
You said end of June, and I said forgot the month for a second.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
I did forget what month we were in. But not because, like, I thought it went July, June, August in my head at first.
Mm-hmm.
Instead it goes June, July, August.
Well, you were also dealing with heat exhaustion.
Sure. We'll say that.
You were rotting on the couch.
I was rotting on the couch.
Yeah, so heat exhaustion.
No. I just don't eat good food.
Okay. Then we go on to talk about...
greasy fried food. We were supposed to play Stardew, and then I ended up passing out around like 9:30 on my couch, just like dead. I had the weirdest fucking dream.
What was your dream?
It was very, like, I was legitimately thinking it happened. I went back in time. Like, with all the knowledge I have now, I was back in 10th grade. I was back in 10th grade, because it's before I even decided to go to the trade school.
Okay.
And the whole point of the dream is, do I...
go to the trade school?
Well, no. Do I do I want to change everything about my entire life, or do I want to just keep going with the knowledge I already have? And maybe just do small things differently. And then at one point, I told you.
Mm-hmm. Why do you sound like you're about to cry?
Well, no, I'm not about to cry. I don't know. But I told you, I went up to you and I was like, oh my God. And you were like, what the fuck's happening? I said, we weren't friends. And you were like, what the fuck are you talking about? We are friends. And I said, no, we weren't. We weren't friends. And then I told you everything that happened. And you said, I think you're going crazy. And you didn't believe me at first.
I would look at you and say, love, I think that was a dream.
But I told you, I warned you about those two. Mm-hmm. And then I tried to fight Satan.
Okay.
And then everyone alienated me. And then I went and tried to find Quantum. And then Quantum was like, who the fuck are you? And I felt like I ruined my life, and then I woke up.
Oh my God. Okay, that's intense. First of all, no. We wouldn't have alienated you for trying to fight somebody. We would have tried to get you some help.
No, but everyone was so mad that I would have the nerve to attack her because of how small she was. I was a mess. God. Like, I was so scared. And then I looked at, I was telling everyone of, like, their future, basically. And you guys all looked at me like I was fucking insane.
Yeah, that would have been scary. Have you been having a lot of nightmares too?
Yeah.
I've been having almost nonstop
nightmares. Like, I don't know if I can actually consider them nightmares. It's just, like, weird, like...
I had a really bad nightmare last night. It was a short one, right? So it's like where you wake up and you fall back to sleep. But, like, in that time span of, like, me falling back to sleep for, like, that hour, I had this terrible, terrible nightmare. Yeah, and I almost woke up crying because, like, essentially I got abandoned in the dream.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really rough.
By us?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. There was only one person in the dream, but they pieced out, and that I didn't realize how attached I was.
That's my key. Was it the weed? Oh no.
Yeah, I got left by the weed. And I didn't realize how attached I actually was and how much I actually like them, and that dream just threw it fucking home. Okay.
Sorry about all of that. If you guys want to,
we might edit half of that out.
I'm gonna actually leave our little tangent in. Okay. I feel like at the end, our little dreamscape.
Oh, because that's terrifying.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh, you should like and subscribe on our, if you're watching on our YouTube
or Spotify or whatever.
Well, you can't like and subscribe on follow us on Spotify.
That'd be great.
Get little updates. We love you guys. We see that we've gotten slightly
a few views.
We
appreciate that.
Did you see our YouTube is almost at 100 views on one of our videos?
No.
Oh, I'm so happy. Not because I just yeah.
We just hope people are enjoying it.
We have a Discord. If you guys want to like talk to us, we are human beings. We're not just
bots.
I might be anonymous. Now I can't speak. I might be not showing my face and my like real identity, but
we'll have masks soon enough.
Yeah, well, we still interact with people. We still want to talk to you, hear you guys out, conversations.
If you guys have any ideas or anything, message in there.
We're not
crazy.
Weirdos.
I'm crazy.
Well, okay.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
They locked me in the room.
A rubber room.
A rubber room of rats.
And the rats made me crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh, be kind. Love yourselves. Again, like and share.
Don't forget to subscribe, share, and maybe hydrate, you little creeps. Bye bitches.